Now, as we discussed earlier, after the fight between the military leaders for power, three men took control of the Roman Empire in what is known as a triumvirate. And we said that the triumvirate is when three rulers share equal power of one country or one land. These three people were Caesar, Crassus, and Pompey. They were all military leaders, and each member controlled a certain area in the Roman Empire. Now, for 10 years, they ruled peacefully the Roman Empire until Crassus died. When Crassus died, for unknown reasons, Pompey became the rival of Caesar, and he tried to support the Senates with unplanned promises until the Senate finally ordered Caesar to give up his army and return to Rome so that he can leave the rule or the power. Caesar refused, and he decided that he's going to fight the Senate and Pompey with his army. Now, Caesar and his army captured Rome and all of Italy. As a result, Caesar pushed Pompey out of Italy and crushed Pompey's army and took control of the empire. When Caesar took full control of the Roman Empire, he named himself as a dictator for life. Now, Caesar was liked by the people because he was an average person, a military leader. He was fair enough. He protected the country for 10 years during the period of triumvirate, so the people supported him. When he was crowned as a dictator, he also created reforms that helped the people. Now, one of his very famous accomplishments were the Julian calendar. He created the Julian calendar, which was based on the 365 days and 12 months per year. This calendar was used up until the 1500s, and then there were some slight changes, and after the changes it was called the Gregorian calendar, which we use up until today. Now, as everything happens in history, Caesar wanted more and more power, and people started to believe that he wants to be a forever king and he will not leave the rule. So bit by bit, the people did not support Caesar as they did before. One day, when Caesar entered the Senate, getting ready to give his speech, he was stabbed to death by several of the senators, which of course led to his death. Now, after his death, because there was no one strong enough to rule the Roman Empire, and again the fight for power started, a civil war broke out. Now, Caesar's grandnephew, his name was Octavian, joined two of Caesar's top generals, and they formed the second triumvirate. So, together, Octavian, Lepidus, and Antony ruled the Roman Empire in a second wave of triumvirate. They divided the empire into three sections, three equal sections, and each controlled the same share of land. Now, after Lepidus retired, Antony and Octavian went to war against each other. Each wanted to control the share of land that belonged to Lepidus. Now, during the time of their conflict or their war, Antony fell in love with the Queen of Egypt, Cleopatra. This weakened him and his army, and he ended up giving the Roman lands to Cleopatra to control. The Roman people and Octavian got angry because Antony gave the land or the Roman army and land for a foreigner to lead. So Antony, Cleopatra, against Octavian went into a naval battle. Cleopatra left the battle without Antony noticing, and Antony retreated back and sailed back to Egypt. He believed that Cleopatra betrayed him because she retreated into the battle. He did not like the idea of cheating, so he killed himself, and Cleopatra came to find him dead, and she lies in a coffin filled with snake, and commits suicide as well. After Antony killed himself, Octavian, of course, won the war and became the first Roman emperor. He crowned himself, or he renamed himself, Augustus, meaning the mighty one. The public supported Augustus, or Octavian, and he tried to reform the empire and tried to change it into a republic. But he believed that even if the empire changes into a republic, Rome still needs a strong single ruler, not a triumvirate. The Senate agreed with Octavian and made him the consul, tribune, and commander-in-chief for life. They gave him all the powers in the Roman authority. This will be the end of chapter 11, section 3. Please write down the names, write down the two triumvirates, how did they start and how did they end. And if you have any questions, please let me know.